Hi, I'm Mike Bellanca. I'm the manager at Siebenthaler South Garden Center here in Centerville. Well, I think the main thing is that we listen to our customers as well as to our staff of people. We try to keep current on trends. We have a landscape design department that they have been a big help because they have customers that see things in magazines and on TV, and they say, well, can we do something like this? We listen to our own customers who see some of the same gardening programs and read some of the same magazines, and we try to stay on top of industry trends. Also, we've got a terrific buying department within our company that keeps us fully staffed with perennials and landscape material that is something that's very important. What's nice is to be able to talk to people and that live in the area, live in the community, and see that they've had success with things that we've suggested or things that they've purchased here, and it just makes the whole area look a lot better, a lot cleaner. We are gardeners as well. The people that work here have decades of experience, and we're gardeners as well. We see things that maybe we've seen in magazines or we've seen at other garden centers, or we come up with ideas on our own, and we try to implement those things here. We do a lot of work within the community, the city as well as the township and surrounding areas that we're very proud of. And we've won awards for some things that we're very proud of. We also have done some things within the city and township on public properties and public spaces. Spring that's our season. We do have a fairly busy June and July and even into August some years, and we're hoping that continues. But it really it's so weather dependent. Some years we have March, it just takes off. And then we've had some years where we've had, snow in the beginning of April, and it kind of slows things down a little bit. But typically there's about a 6 to 10 week period in the springtime when we're very, very busy.
Hi, I'm Colin and I am the store manager at the Siebenthaler's Garden Center in Beaver Creek. So I'm a 6th generation Siebenthaler, so now still involved is my mother and my uncle, who are 5th generation, and then myself and my cousin, who are the 6th generations. We started the company in 1870, way back when, so just barely over 150 years now. Started off in North Dayton on the corner of Siebenthaler and Catalpa. Was our kind of where our headquarters was, and we actually started off growing fruit trees. And then around the early 1900s, I think it was like the 1920s, somewhere around there, was when we kind of moved into ornamental trees. And then from there sort of kept going and going where we are now. The Centerville, Washington Township Garden Center was opened up in the 50s. And then our one out in Beaver Creek opened up in like the mid-90s. But I was born and raised in Centerville, graduated from here, went off to college and actually came back and now live about 5 minutes from the Centerville store. It's great. It's a nice community, and you get to work with people and see people in the area that you don't necessarily know that you would end up being friends with, but sometimes you meet them here as customers or coworkers, and your kids grow up together and you find out that you have a lot more in common than you would have ever realized. It's a great place to work, quite frankly. We try really, really hard to kind of make it easygoing is sort of the way that we look at it. While we still have tons of stuff to do, and we definitely have our days that are busier than others, the bottom line is we're gardening, and it's a hobby for people. It's tons of fun. It's a great atmosphere to work in, and you're outside most of the time, so it's great. I sometimes joke that I would like to anonymously write a book about what it's like to have a family business, but in reality, it's great being able to be with your family, and it's a different level of understanding that you get when you're working with people. And quite frankly, sometimes I think we end up doing a little bit more for each other just because, you don't want to have that awkward Thanksgiving. There's a lot of competition out there now that we're battling, but we offer a great mix of plants, quality plants, and stuff that we try really, really hard to make sure is stuff that'll grow here and is environmentally conscious. That mixed in with getting involved in the public and meeting people and trying to kind of curve some of the stuff that we've done. We tend to evolve a little bit over 150 years.